Yeah, there are some people that just keep reusing the same password over and over again like it was their favourite pet. The other thing too that often happens as well is people use the name of their pet in their password as part of their password, which is not a good idea, and we'll talk about why a bit later. But you need to understand that passwords are no longer as secure as what they used to be. They are very easily hacked and more easily bypassed, so you don't even need passwords in some places. The reason we don't want to use your pet names as part of your passwords is that a lot of the cyber criminals trawl through social media and they look for those things that you repeatedly talk about that seem important to you, and often will reconstruct passwords based on the information that you give them out of all of your posts, and really easily reconstructed by those who know how to get into the mind of people on there. So here's some cyber hygiene to make it harder for you to get hacked in there. One of the key things I talk about is do not give out your birthday. I know it's a big thing with a lot of social media platforms, but don't give it out, and I personally don't acknowledge other people's birthdays as well, because your birthday is one of the key things that a lot of institutions ask you to verify who you are. And if you've just given that out social media, the whole world knows what your birthday is, so it's not really secure. Also, be careful of the personal information that you use, so that things like your pets' names, etc., are not known easily to those who would use them with malicious intent. And it's also been said quite frequently, but still ignored, don't reuse your passwords. Facebook passwords are easily hacked, so just imagine the trauma you would be in if your password was hacked in Facebook and it was the same password you use for your bank account. So be careful with that. Some of the things to do: just understand the consequences of your passwords being hacked and take appropriate measures. So use strong passwords where the consequences are greater. Probably doesn't matter as much if your Facebook password gets hacked, you could just restart another one, but if it's used elsewhere, then that has significant consequences. So understand those sorts of implications. Another recommendation is to use MFA, or in full multi-factor authentication. This is using something in addition to your password, so if those cyber criminals do get your password, they can't use it because they need something else to make it effective. And that something else could be like a one-time key. There could be an institution that sends you an SMS to confirm that you're logging in. There's biometrics, a lot of things use your finger now to pass in, or even your phones need facial identification to recognise who you are. So there's never a guarantee that you won't be hacked, but if you follow these sorts of principles, it's going to make it a lot harder for people of malicious intent to get in and hack you.